YouTube? It's another beautiful day in sunny Florida, and today I got a new video for everyone who's thinking about moving to Florida. Is this the place for you? Okay, I'm Nia Vibes, a lot of people know me as. On my channel, I talk about my experience in Florida, talk about my move to Florida, but I also talk about my path to wealth, my path to becoming mentally better, my path to becoming spiritually better. This is the all-around type of channel, cool, laid-back vibes, taking y'all on my journey with me, and hopefully this inspires y'all to take your own journey, and hopefully whatever you can take from this channel, you can apply to your own life to help you succeed.
I'm catching feelings, baby.
One bitch, they 10. One-on-one, never again. One-on-one. Get the cake in the butter. I count it like hustle the money all in. Rhyme in the town in the drop top coupe in the motor in the trunk, you can hear. Hearing all about how they want me to lose, but I'm W, due for a win. Fucking this bitch in the orgy, I'm having this snow bunny pull up her legs. Fight for my dummy, you don't see how I'm coming, don't tip me, I'm right on the edge. Guinness is young and I been had to shoot out some money all on the.
Today's video is going to be about what part of Florida is best for you. Now, when I was looking into moving into Florida, I looked at the cost of living. I did look into the places that I would feel would be my type of vibe, but what I didn't do was research like the surrounding bars, the surrounding stores, seeing like what parts of Florida have certain cultures and certain backgrounds and stuff that I wish that I looked into. I looked into a lot of typical stuff, like I said, cost of living, crime rate, what's close to beaches and things like that. But we'll get more into that later. I think the first question to ask yourself is, what's your vibe? What type of person are you, and what point are you at life, right? So, are you in the phase of your life where you want to settle down, have kids? Are you married? Because this is going to dictate a lot of what part of Florida you want to move to, right? If you want to move to a more laid-back environment, more retired environment, school system, things like that. Are you a person that's still young and want to be into the nightlife and you like going to bars and clubs and things like that? Things like that you really have to research. I didn't really do that, so I ended up moving to a town that doesn't really flourish in the areas of night scene. They have like bars and like that little bars or clubs, if you want to call them, and it's different from up north. It's not the same like type of culture of clubbing, right? And I live in Central Florida, so Central Florida, in the part where I chose to move, which is closer, I would say closer to Clearwater, it's definitely for family. So I would say Tampa does have a nice club scenery, but it's not like the ones you would probably be used to in New York, or one you would be used to in Baltimore or something of that nature. It's completely different, right? I've been to Ybor, and they have a little bit of everything. I would say that would be a cool place, but I don't know. I guess me being from Baltimore, I'm used to the environment being different. I don't know how to explain what I mean by different. I guess energy of people. I feel like the clubs here are really still kind of like laid back. Not that I expected like a rowdy scene, but it's you would have to really pick out what type of vibe you like when it comes to music. What type of music you like played at a club, or the type of if it's a mixed scene of people at that club. So you would really have to ask yourself that, you know, what's your vibe? If you are moving to Florida for to be outdoors, right? If you move into Florida for the change of climate and environment, you want to make sure that you are actually, or if you're moving for the beach, if the beach is very important to you, you need to make sure that you're living close enough to a beach, right? Depending on how far out you're willing to drive. Are you willing to drive an hour out, 2 hours out? Is getting to a beach important to you? So I think that's something you really Florida always going to have some kind of body of water around, but if you're precisely a beach person, you definitely want to look into how far a beach is. If you're into nature, you want to see the best parks and best walking trails and things like that. When I first moved to Florida, I moved to Deltona, Florida, which is close to Daytona, Florida, and I liked the parks there. The parks were more green spring. The parks were just more put together to me than the opposite side of Florida, which is where I'm at now, closer to Clearwater. So if you are definitely a person who's into that, don't just assume because it's Florida, it's gonna be the type of nature that you're looking for. I think you can move to a place in Florida where the beaches are close by, and more nature trails, because you have some parts of Florida that they don't have a lot of nature trails, believe it or not, or they're far. So definitely look into that. Look into the nature trails if you're a nature trail person. Look into the beaches if you're a beach person, or just outdoor activities. I want to say excuse me now because I say a lot and try to get my thoughts together. Although I wrote some things down, I still want to be like organic and tell you what comes to my mind, because I think that's the most organic way, just giving you my experience and the things that I've seen rather than just keeping script, right? So excuse me now, I'll get better at that. Affordability. I talked about affordability in my last video a lot. I believe that you can move to a part of Florida that's affordable, depending on what you feel like affordable is. My mentality, and this is just my mentality, nothing is expensive. It's just that it's either you can or you can't afford it. Because if you had a significant amount of money, it would be affordable to you, right? So depending on your budget, let's say if you had a lower end of your budget, I feel like you can find an affordable place, but it's just going to be farther out. It's going to be more secluded. You're not going to be close to a lot of things, but you can find like mobile homes, mobile parks, people who are renting out. You don't always have to go the route of going to like apartments, Apartment Guide or something like that. Look on like places like Facebook Market for some people who are concerned about credit and things of that nature, right? Say if your credit isn't good, I always tell people look for alternatives, because a lot of people like to make excuses for the reason why they haven't moved, which will be another video. Stay tuned, that'll be my next video. So yeah, you can find a place. It's just going to be more secluded. Now on a more costly end will be closer to things. If you're closer to the city or if you're closer to the beach, it's going to be more expensive. So be prepared for that. But you definitely can find some affordable places. I would suggest get here. Find that affordable place that you might not necessarily want to live long term, but it'll get you here so you can navigate the town and see which part of Florida will more suit you. So I would definitely say that it's affordable, depending on your mentality. Or it can get really costly, depending on your mentality. Okay, now this one is an important one because it resonates with me. If you are an entrepreneur, if you're a business person, if you're a YouTuber, if you're someone who's in a certain field to it, so you need to be able to network and connect with people, be sure that you are moving in the right environment, right? I'm going to relocate to South Florida because it's more aligned with where I want to be in life as far as networking and talking to upcoming millionaires or people who are already millionaires, or just being in an environment that really motivates me. The area I chose to move in is, like I said, really laid back, really family oriented, and I'm not in a stage in my life right now where I, want kids or things like that. So if you are someone who is a business person and don't like the slow pace, find a place that's, resonate with that. So for me, that kind of goes back to my previous point. I'm going to relocate to South Florida. There's a lot of YouTubers down there. There's a lot of business people down there, and a lot that I can learn from and just network and market. So I would definitely say if you're a business person, be careful where you move to. I want to say thank you to everyone who has tuned in. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed. It really means a lot to me supporting a small content creator, small YouTuber. I want y'all to stay tuned and see my progress. I'm going to keep giving y'all great videos or becoming better at my videos, giving y'all more scenery, becoming better and more fluent when talking to you guys. If y'all have any requests, drop them in the comments. Make sure you subscribe as well, okay? And hit the post notification. It really means a lot to me. We're gonna go far on this page, guys. So I definitely don't mind taking requests. Just don't forget to put them in the comments. If y'all have any questions about Florida, about moving to Florida, anything you want to know about me, don't get too nosy now, but anything you want to know about me, for sure, just ask, okay? I appreciate y'all. Stay tuned.